Good evening. My name is Blake Scott. As a college student, sometimes I don't get enough sleep, whether it's from working on a project or studying. Today I am going to persuade you to sleep more, which will help you with your classes, work, and driving. Oh, and it will also help you with your health. Now we'll be going into suggested sleep, which has been studied by several organizations, but I will be looking into the National Sleep Organization with their research that has talked about infants needing the most amount of sleep, and as you get older, you'll be needing less and less amount of sleep to the point where it's pretty stable at my age, where we get to the 20s. Here you see the chart of an infant that needs 14 to 17 hours, and as you get older and the child grows more into a young adult, it starts to even out at 7 to 9 hours. But the problem is we're still not getting the required hours of 7, and sometimes not even 6 hours. Now we'll be going into sleep disorders, and while you can't stop a sleep disorder, you can prevent it by getting the proper amount of sleep. But if you stay on a bad schedule and have bad sleeping habits, you will have things such as insomnia, where you'll have difficulty falling asleep. This could occur when you have an illness, when you're stressed, or if you have a bad sleeping schedule, which we will be looking into more. And then we have breathing problems, which can be occurred by illness or a problem with weight and a bad sleeping habits. Then we get into sleep-wake disorder. This disorder spreads over a 24-hour period, meaning you can't get the required 7 hours of sleep constantly, which means you'll have 1 hour of sleep, then you'll wake up for another hour, and then you'll go back to sleep, and this will constantly occur for the next 24 hours. And this occurs by keeping off of a sleep schedule. Now we have hypersomnia. This is the exact opposite of not having enough sleep. This is having too much, going from 10 hours to 18 hours of sleep a day. This occurs because the person sleeping this amount doesn't feel well rested no matter how much they sleep. Now we're going into a big problem for most of us college students, which is called sleep debt, where basically the less sleep you have in one day, the more you're going to have to sleep the next. This is a big problem if you're doing late night studying or a project on the day before, because if you're studying, you're going to have memory problems, which just defeats the point of the whole staying up. It also decreases reaction time, which could cause problems while driving. And then there's more likely to become depressed, which means you become less efficient when a thing comes like projects or in workplaces. And to solve these problems, you need a proper work cycle. Schedule your plans accordingly. Now, we're going into sleep cycles. And it's exactly how they sound. When and how you should fall asleep. People who travel should be careful because it throws off their sleep schedule. Make sure to take naps while traveling until you have adjusted, and then when you return home, you will be safely on your own sleep schedule. Proper sleep will improve your mood and health, which increases work productivity. Now, work shifts. They can also mess up your sleep. Try to stay on one shift. Take breaks when necessary. And make sure to turn off the lights when you're asleep. Now, when it comes to things like drowsy driving, According to the National Sleep Foundation, people who sleep less than 6 hours the night before are twice as likely to get into an accident if they have slept 8 hours. Those who sleep less than 5 hours are 4 to 5 times likely to get in an accident than those that have slept 6 hours. What? Over 100,000 people get in these accidents a year. And this isn't from drunk driving. No, this is from drowsy driving. Now, college students, 50% of them feel tired every day. Now, and each day, 70% of them feel like they're getting an insufficient amount of sleep due to all-nighters. This is provided by the National Institute of Health. Now, of course, the proper sleeping environment means no lights off, no noises, and a cool environment. Today we discussed the importance of sleep. I hope I have persuaded all of you to get more sleep. Thank you all, and good night.
Show your audience.